So let's start the section with the second biggest video game franchise, and yeah, let's just get this out of the way right now. Sonic Forces. As you can tell by my tone of voice, I don't like this game. It's not a bad game. Well, it is. But it's not like a terrible disaster like, say, a Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom. It's just... This is the most mediocre and dull game I think I've ever played. It's just... there's nothing to it. It's so boring. And for a game that came out the same year as both Sonic Mania and Super Mario Odyssey, it's baffling. Again, I mentioned earlier, like... Another reason why I love Mario Odyssey so much is that... Like... Actually, no. Let me tell you a personal story about me. So this game and Mario Odyssey came out around the same time. I pre-ordered this game and got Mario Odyssey for Christmas. And that is a decision I've regretted for my entire life. Because Mario Odyssey is one of my favourite games of all time, and this is just the most... This is the most disappointing game I've ever played. It's just... Again, it's so... It's nothing! It's so nothing! And... Look, I want to be excited for Sonic Frontiers, but I've lived through games like this that have promised everything and given nothing. So until that game comes out and I see the official reviews from people I trust, like Some Call Me Johnny or whatever, I ain't giving them any of my money. Alright? And, I mean, Sonic Origins was also a mess, which I also haven't bought yet. But, I mean, I guess speaking of Sonic Origins, let's move on to the other sort of Sega game. Sega Mega Drive Classics. Yeah, I love these collections. I've got a bunch of collections on the Switch, mostly like digital stuff. But yeah, you can see that's like all the games there. You can see, yeah, you can pause that and read them if you want. But yeah, you've got some really good games on here. Streets of Rage, the first two Sonics, Shinobi, Gunstar Heroes is really good. Yeah, this is a really good collection. Got a load of good Mega Drive games on here. Although I don't know how much I can really recommend this when most of these games got put onto Switch Online. Which, you know, really annoyed me when that got announced because I've already got this game and I've already got most of those games. But yeah, still, really good game. Yeah, if you want an easy way to play Mega Drive games, I'd recommend it. Next up, we've got the, I guess you would say the PS1 section, because even though these two franchises aren't connected, they kind of are. And so yeah, Crash N. Sane Trilogy, and yeah, we'll do these together. And Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I'll put this there so you can see. Zoom. Yeah, put those there. Yeah, these two games are these are really good remasters of three really great games. I mean, in Crash's case, it's probably the definitive way to play Crash 1. Yeah, like I love Crash more than Spyro, but these games are still both of these games are really good. I just finished beating the third Spyro game, and I just completed every single Crash Bandicoot game on the PS4 version. I don't really need this version anymore. I'm kind of just keeping it because it's nice to have Crash on like a handheld system. But like, I don't know. Crash has always felt like they feel like PlayStation like franchises for me. But obviously I wanted them on the Switch for the handheld capability. But I think I kind of wish I had Spyro on PS4 and this next game I'm going to talk about. But Crash and Sane I've got on PS4 because it's part of the PlayStation Plus collection. And yeah, these games are both really, really good remasters. If you want to get into these games, these are the two I would really recommend you play. And Crash N. Sane Trilogy is fantastic. And Crash 4 is also good. I'll talk about that if I do my PlayStation 4 video. But Spyro Reignited Trilogy, would hope we'd get Spyro 4, but with all the Activision stuff, it feels like we're not going to get that. But I don't really want to get into that right now. Let's just move on to a game that I like, but it's got issues with it that frustrate me. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. It's just... Okay. This is a good game. Great even. Fantastic. Probably one of the best kart races ever. However, it has got some frustrating stuff to it. More specifically, the way coins work. I hate the way the coins work. And the shop. Because it's a rotating shop. You can't just buy what you want at a time. It's got to rotate. And the way you get coins, the things in this game are so expensive that it's hard to really get it to like grind coins up, which was done so that they could add in microtransactions later. It ruins this game for me. I'm sorry. I know for some people they probably don't mind that much, and if you can get over it, great. I'm so happy that this doesn't bother you. But for me, I can't. I mean, that's all finished now, and maybe I'll get back into it some more. But it just put that sour taste in my mouth that kind of ruined this game. Also, you can't play this offline either. So the whole reason I bought this for the Switch was to play it handheld mode. But you can't even really do that because if you do, it's got an always online thing, so you can't get coins when you play offline. So you can't even do that. You can't even like grind whilst you're like waiting for stuff. Yeah. Such a shame because it's a really good game. It's so good. It is a fantastic kart racer, but it's just got that baggage attached to it that just ruins the experience for me. Like anyone who says that like microtransactions are just optional and that they don't ruin the experience, this is a game which has legitimately ruined the experience because of the microtransactions in it. Because the game was clearly designed with they designed it with microtransactions in mind so they could add it in later, and that is such a shame. Because it ruined what should have been a fantastic game for me. Alright, now we've got the other sort of stuff. I guess this one's technically PlayStation as well, so we'll talk about this one next. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Absolutely love this game. This actually, the more I thought about it, the more I think this might be one of my favourite games of all time. I have beaten this game, like, I actually beat this game twice. Like, I had the PS4 version, then I got the Switch version when it came out. And I like almost immediately completed it again, and I never do that with games. There are a lot of games I don't really. I buy it like this. I bought the Switch version and didn't really rebeat them. This one I rebeat like almost immediately because I loved it so much. And I think it was that reason that we realised, yeah, this game is fantastic, and yeah, and really hoping. Unfortunately, this is another franchise that hasn't had a new game in a while. Come on, Ubisoft, please, another Rayman. These games are so good. They're bringing Rayman back into the Rabbids. They're putting Rayman back with the Rabbids. No! Like, as long as that leads to a new Rayman game, I'm fine. But if he's just going to be trapped with the Rabbids again, I have no interest in it. Friggin' Ubisoft. Again, you've probably got your own issues that's not linked to Rayman, but you know what I mean. So I get a bit ranty now. I don't mean to. We'll talk about this one. This is like Super Bomberman R. This is one of the first Switch games I ever got. I think this is the only Switch game I really bought on launch that I still have. Because the other game I had Breath of the Wild, which I sold because I didn't really like. And I had 1-2 Switch, which is probably one of the most mediocre video games I've ever played in my entire life. But this one's okay. Again, it really helped with being one of the earliest Switch games because it meant that a lot of people were going to buy this game. Because like I think the Switch only like launched with like 5 games. I mean, anyways, one of them was Breath of the Wild, so everyone was going to buy that one. But I think this one was actually... This was a good idea to have this be as a launch title, and hopefully this leads to more Bomberman games in the future. I know they're doing a sequel to this game, I believe. But it'd be nice to see one of the 3D Bomberman games come back. Yeah. Konami are a weird company, aren't they? Because they do all the pachinko stuff and all the other horrible things and the NFT things, but then they make games like this, and they make some really good collections, like the Contra and Castlevania collections. And I think they did another. They did the Ninja Turtle collection as well. Konami is such a weird company. They do some really good stuff and really rubbish stuff at the same time. It's so strange. Don't really have much to say about this one. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. It's Puyo Puyo Tetris. What do you want me to say about this? It's Puyo Puyo and it's Tetris. A sequel because apparently it was because apparently they would have way more ideas to do another one. No, I'm just joking, but. Yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris, it's fine. Oh man, you talk about franchises I want to see come back. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Yeah, another really good game, just a really fun. Having this on Switch is really cool because you can just play it whenever you want, and it's the kind of game that you can really just play whenever you want. And again, you talk about, I was just saying, games, franchises I want to see come back. The Burnout series. I miss this franchise so much. In an age where we're getting so many like sort of realistic racing games, we need another Burnout Paradise. Well, not Burnout Paradise, just another Burnout, please. But just that little company there ruin it for everyone. Thanks, EA. Alright, next up, I guess these are just like the other sort of third-party-ish games. First off, we've got Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. This, I can't remember, I haven't played this game in a while. I remember this being okay, but it's not a traditional No More Heroes game, it's a sort of a spin-off-y thing. Yeah, it was decent. Again, I haven't played it for a while, I generally can't remember anything about it. I think it had like a sort of top-down styled gameplay thing, or it was like a sort of I don't know how you would describe it, but yeah, it was decent. And yeah, I think if you like No More Heroes, you'll like it. But chances are you'll probably enjoy this one more. No More Heroes 3. Again, I only really got this last year. I haven't really played much of it yet. I found myself getting really frustrated by it. I think it was really sort of difficult. And I think it's got that frustrating idea of like, you have to like do stupid like side quests before you can go on to do the main game again. I hate games that do that. It's sort of like this artificial like what am I trying to say? Artificial lengthening of a game. Of like, the game's clearly not that long, so they add in a bunch of side quests in it that are mandatory to do to make the game seem longer. When I would much rather a short game that was really fun than a long game that's tedious. Maybe I'm jumping the gun because, like I said, I haven't really played that much. But I'll get back into it. I think I've got No More Heroes 1 on Switch as well. Again, I'll probably, maybe one day I'll do a future video on my digital collection, but this is just physical stuff right now. Because I don't really know how I'm going to film that. I guess I would just use my capture card and then film myself over the top. Maybe, I don't know. Let's talk about this one next. I love this game. Taiko no Tatsujin, is that how you pronounce it? Drum and Fun. So here's a secret about me. I love rhythm games. There's something about rhythm games I just really like, and this one is really, really underrated. I really love this game. Just like, you get the two Joy-Cons and you have to swing it for the drums. It's really fun, and they've got some really good songs on here. They've got like, they've got some Nintendo stuff. They've got some Vocaloid Hatsune Miku stuff on there. They've got DLC where you can get like Disney songs and Dragon Ball Z songs. So yeah, this is a really good game. It's got some and yeah, you like rhythm games? I really recommend this one. Which one? Yeah, we'll talk about this one. I think this is also. Oh yeah, this is an interesting story. So this is Go Vacation. This is a proper Wii game, if I remember rightly. And it's kind of like I guess you would say it's kind of like a Wii Sports Resort type thing where you're like on an island and you can do lots of weird like vacation-y stuff like jet skis and snowboarding and skiboarding. Sorry. But what's weird about this is that I got this from, I want to say I got this for Christmas one year. For some reason, I've got the German copy. Like, I don't know how that happened. I think someone ordered it for me online, and they got sent the German version. Thankfully, it still plays, and it's in English. But for some reason, I got sent the case for the German version. That's just fun. That's just funny, honestly. Again, don't know how that happened, but at least it works, and now it's just a funny story. These next two I've barely played, so I'm not really going to spend much time on this. First off, Wonderful 101 Remastered. Yeah, gonna be honest, I almost sold this game last week or a couple of weeks ago because I didn't really enjoy it when I first played it. But then I had another go of it and I enjoyed it a lot more, so I am going to give it another chance. But yeah, I think this is one of those games where like, yeah, it's another port for Wii U game, but like from what I can gather, it kind of was one of those games that kind of only works on the Wii U. So I don't really know why this got a Switch version. And again, it's also, from what it was like Kickstarter, which apparently was like really kind of shady because like Nintendo were completely fine with publishing the Switch version, but like they wanted to like release it on PS4 as well. So then they did a Kickstarter, and I think there was like an issue with Kickstarter where like there was additional fees that weren't like mentioned. I might be just completely making that up, but sorry if you can keep hearing that. I keep messing about with my lens cap. I need to throw that away, so not have that next to me, so I don't want to do it. Not want to squeeze it. But yeah, like, what was I talking about? Yeah, like the Kickstarter. Maybe I'm just making stuff up, but I don't know. Like, it's not. I just don't think the Switch version is the best version. I think the Wii U. It was a game made for the Wii U. It's a game that was made for the Wii U. So yeah, I'd say still get it if you want it, but I don't know. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the camera. And last one, I've got barely anything to talk about this one. Astral Chain. This is is it Platinum Games? Can't see. Yeah, Platinum Games. Played this once, and then I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it since. It's just another Bayonetta type game. Like, you know, if you like a Platinum Games, you like this one. That's literally all I can say about this one. I've got nothing else to say. Sorry. Sorry if you're excited for that one. Next up, I guess we'll talk about these sort of. I guess you would consider these the indie section. So first off, we've got Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. I've got Yooka-Laylee on Switch as well. It was a digital game. Yeah, I've not played much of this one, but it's kind of the Donkey Kong Country style one. Like obviously the first Yooka-Laylee was Banjo-Kazooie inspired, and this one was Donkey Kong Country inspired. So yeah, I had finished. I played all the Donkey Kong Country games last year, so maybe I will have a chance at this, have a go at this one day. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Yooka-Laylee, the first one, but I hear a lot of people don't really like the original Yooka-Laylee. But again, it's something I need to get into at some point. And next up, this is a nice little underrated one people don't really talk about. New Super Lucky's Tale. This is a really fun little platform type game. I think it's made by Microsoft or something. Like this is a Microsoft owned game or something, and then they ported it to Switch. But yeah, like yeah, if you want a little fun little game, I'd recommend it. It's really fun. Yeah, I haven't got much to say about this one because there's not really a lot for it. But yeah, really good. But another really good indie platformer is A Hat in Time. Yeah, this game's really good. I think I only beat it last year, and it's really fun. It's a really nice, like, it's got like the little like the hat things, Hat Kid and that. Yeah, really, really good. I haven't done the DLC yet. I'll have to do that at some point. But yeah, really, really nice little game. I really recommend it if you can find a copy of it. And alright, so now we're going to do the final section, which is basically the licensed game section. And actually, I'll do this one first because technically it's a licensed game, but technically it's not. That's Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Again, I like rhythm games, that's the only reason I bought this game. I have got the Kingdom Hearts games now, and it's something I am going to try and play at some point. But yeah, it's a fun little rhythm game. Although I feel like the problem is that I was expecting it to have involved like a bunch of Disney songs, and it does, but obviously it's more Kingdom Hearts' song. So I think I made a mistake in buying this game, and I should have once I've finished the Kingdom Hearts game, that's when I can play this game into this. Because in typical Kingdom Hearts fashion, this game is friggin' needed to understand the story. Kingdom Hearts is the only franchise in the world to have a spin-off rhythm game that is necessary to understand the story. This franchise is nuts. Alright, we'll talk about the other Disney game I've got then. And then we'll talk about the... So yeah, we'll do a Disney... Oh, sorry, just don't talk about stuff. So this is another Disney I got, Disney Classic Games, Aladdin and Lion King, and also including Jungle Book, because they re-released this game with a Jungle Book on it. Which is kind of annoying because it means that my copy is now just weird, because like you can update it to get like a Jungle Book, like there was DLC for it, and that's fine, but the problem is that now my copy is just awkward because it's not the proper copy, because it only says Aladdin and Lion King and it doesn't say Jungle Book as well. But yeah, this is really good. So this is the Super Nintendo and Genesis versions of Aladdin, Lion King, and again I just added Jungle Book to it. Yeah, really good. If you want to play these old classic games, I'd really recommend it. And again, as mentioned, now they've added the Genesis and Super Nintendo. Originally it was only the Genesis, the Mega Drive version of Aladdin, and now they've added the Super Nintendo version to it, which is really good because now because at first it was just the Genesis version, so Mega Drive version. I'm going to keep saying the same thing, sorry. This is very new for me and I'm trying to learn how to do this right. Give a like if you enjoyed it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, this is a good game, I'd recommend it. And yeah, I guess we'll focus on the other sort of Disney stuff, and this also ties into the next section, which is the Lego section, and Lego Incredibles. Yeah, so you've got 3 Lego games here. I'll talk about them more when I get to them. I found the more recent Lego games to be a bit generic, a little bit bland, not really that interesting, and like they just sort of typical. I don't know. Yeah, like adding voice acting was a bad idea, because especially for a game like this where it's just like, because they've not got any of the actors available, they're just using the sound clips from the movie, and it just ruins it a little bit, because it was so much more fun having like them just miming it out. And I'll talk more about the new Lego Star Wars game when I get to the PS5 thing, but I didn't really enjoy that one that much. But yeah, like it's still a good game, and obviously if you do like the Incredibles movies, you'll definitely enjoy it. Although weirdly enough, when in this game, you do Incredibles 2 first, then you do Incredibles 1? What a stupid idea! Why would they make you do Incredibles 2 first and then do the first one? Surely you would do Incredibles 1 first, then Incredibles 2. I know Incredibles 2 was the latest film at this time, like that had just come out and that's why this game was made, but it just seems weird that you have to do the sequel and then do the original. like, they're so dumb. Especially considering that people might have bought this before they'd even seen the second movie and had the whole second movie spoiled for them for this game. Yeah, really dumb. Also, Incredibles 2 is really not good. I don't know if that's a hot take or anything. No, I'm going to say it. I don't like Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 is bad. No, sorry, this is not a time to discuss movies. Just be like there's no Star Wars games here. Otherwise I'd be in a rant. Next Lego game. I guess this is another Lego Disney game. Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. I haven't played this one that much, to be honest. Again, it's not terrible. It's just another Lego game. I will say this is a massive step down from Lego Marvel 1 for the simple reason of this was around the time of Disney refusing to allow X-Men and Fantastic Four into things because of the MCU. So there's no Wolverine, no Mr. Fantastic, no Doctor Doom, no Cyclops, no Deadpool. Deadpool's not in this game either. I think Gwenpool's in it, but not Deadpool. So that's annoying. Also, I'm pretty sure this has got like an entirely new cast. Like the entire cast of this game is like not typical like Marvel voice actors. I think there was like a voice acting strike going on when this came out. But yeah, I think it's a fine Lego game. If you like Lego games and you like Lego and you like fine Lego game, if you like Lego Marvel stuff, you'll probably enjoy it. But I'd recommend getting the first one instead. I think that just got ported to Switch and that. So yeah, if you're gonna get a Lego Marvel game, I'd recommend the first one. And the last Lego game, which I think is the best one on the Switch, is another Wii U port, Lego City Undercover. Yeah, really good game. I recently beat this game, and it's a really fun game. It's Lego GTA, and I think that's what made it better. Was that it felt like it was actually trying to do something different. It wasn't just being the typical Lego situation of, oh, do the stuff, like go through the levels as the characters. Like no, you really play as one. You have one main character, and yeah, it just really felt like something unique, something new, and being based on an original story was a lot more interesting this time, which is something I really wish Lego would do again. It's such a shame that all Lego games are just, here's the franchise that we own. Like, remember back in the day, Lego Island, Lego Racers? Why can't we get another one like those? Sorry. I love Lego games, because these aren't bad games. It just feels like they've kind of run into the ground now. And I thought, like, sorry, let's not get into a rant here. Yeah, good game. I'd recommend this one. If you can get any Lego game on Switch, I'd recommend this one. Yeah, super fun. I think there's also one on PS4 and Xbox as well. So, okay, next up, what should we talk about now? Let's do these three because they're the only ones they're sort of icon. Actually, no, we'll do the ones that are connected, and then we'll do the ones on their own. So we've got Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for Nintendo Switch. Yep, that's the full name. It says right there. Yeah, it's alright. I don't really have a lot to say about the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games. They're okay. The best part about Xenoverse is the fact that you can create your own character, and I really like that. So you can like make your own OC. I like it when games like that. I like it when games do that. And this game's fine. I prefer the fighting games more, but this is okay. I do think there's a massive difficulty spike in these games. That's what kind of frustrates me with them. Like, the games get so hard later on that like it's almost impossible to play and you just got to keep grinding and grinding and grinding. But yeah, not bad. But not packed on this. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yeah, fantastic game. So objectively, this is the best Dragon Ball fighting game. I mean, I personally prefer Budokai 3 more, but objectively this is great. It's the perfect fighting game for Dragon Ball Z and that. Yeah, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you haven't got this yet, what is wrong with you? Like, just get this. It's fantastic. It's got great characters in it. I think it's got a great roster in it. A few characters I wish, maybe a hint too much Goku, but, you know, like, yeah, I do feel like they do reuse the same characters a lot. Obviously, they've got new movesets, but, like, still, the fact that it's like, I feel like there's like 5 different Gokus in it, and I don't have to even include the fusions, which are different characters. But yeah, still a fantastic game. Probably the best Dragon Ball Z game, objectively. Right, now we've got, I guess, the Nickelodeon section, and we'll start with another game I wish I enjoyed more, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Love Battle for Bikini Bottom, the original. When I get to my PS2 video, I'll probably gush about how much I love that game. I think this is a disappointment. I think this is this is, how do you sort of, it feels like it was a rushed product. I think what happened was, the plan was that this was going to be released alongside the first SpongeBob movie. Then of course COVID happened and that movie got delayed, but the game didn't. So the game was still rushed. That's the big issue I think is with this game. It feels like it's a game that needs a little bit more time in the oven. There's a lot of like issues with the gameplay. Like, just comparing it to like the modern, like, just comparing it to the original game, there just feels like there's so many changes that didn't really need to be there. And like, they've not even like, even the voice acting is still the same, which means we've not got Mr. Krabs. Yeah, so I really think this was a letdown, and I feel like I wish it was better. I wish they'd given more time to this. Will say though, super excited for the sequel, the new game of Cosmic Shake. I cannot wait for that game. That's going to be so much fun, especially because they're hopefully going to take what they learned from this remake and be able to make a new, official, like, proper game out of it, and I cannot wait. And this is technically another Nickelodeon game. Yeah, Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. Didn't get the first game because it looked like crap. Then this one came out and it looked a lot better, but it's... How do you describe this game? Like, if you want a kart race on a Switch, just get Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing. How even Team Summit Racing would be better than this. So it's not a bad game. Like, here's the thing: if you're a Nickelodeon fan, get it. Sure, why not? Like, it's definitely got a lot of like characters in it. Like you can see, they got Ren and Stimpy there, Gurr. Oh yeah, JoJo Siwa's in this game for some reason. Like, yeah, a good cast of characters in it. Like, I think Rocco's in it as well. Aang's in it. See Korra's in there up there. Yeah, so it's got a good cast of characters. The track, and I think the tracks are pretty decent, but they just seem a little bit too generic for my liking. Like, you compare games like this, really make me appreciate things like Mario Kart more, because you see how much love is put into the tracks designs in Mario Kart when you compare these games. But again, it's not terrible. I just feel like they're doing a sequel, they're doing a third game of this, and like, I don't know if they can do anything about it that can make me put down more money for this. Although, third game has got Toph in it, so that might be enough to get me to buy it if it's got my favourite character in it, so that might be enough to get me the third one. But yeah, not a terrible game, but they're better kart racers. Alright, these are the last three. I kind of should have saved the good one for last, but I've not really got one. Okay, I'll save that one for last. Let's just get this one out of the way. FIFA 18. I would say this is probably the best FIFA game on Switch. Like, it was the first FIFA game, and obviously since now they're just doing the Legacy Edition ones. They're basically all based on this version. So if you want a FIFA, just get it. If you've got a FIFA and you don't really mind about having and you don't really mind having outdated characters, like, and outdated teams and that, then yeah, get it. Also, I think this has got the was it the World Cup or the Euros in 2018? Yeah, it was the World Cup. This has got a World Cup mode in it, so yeah, this probably is the best version to get if you want to play FIFA on Switch. So yeah. And next up we've got Batman the Telltale series. I like the Telltale games. Unfortunately, they don't exist anymore. Well, they kind of do. Do they still exist? Because they are making games, aren't they? Anyway, so yeah, this is the it's based on the first season, and I've got the second season on digitally as well. Yeah, these games are fun. These games are made for a specific type of person. Like, they're story-based games. If you don't really like those kind of games, then don't bother with this. Like, but I have a soft spot for these kind of games. Like, I like Walking Dead. I like Heavy Rain. You know, I even kind of like Life is Strange when I first played it. But yeah, specific type of games. And if you don't like them, then that's fine. You're not going to enjoy every type of game out there. And last one, kind of a weird one to end with, but whatever. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Sorry, I tried to say it in a way that didn't sound rude, but they're geniuses, aren't they? Yeah, this is a really good game. It sounds like a sort of an RPG, sort of tactical-ish game. And yeah, if you like South Park, you'll really love this game. I haven't really played Stick of Truth that much, but hopefully I will at some point. But yeah, if you really like South Park and you kind of like RPG type games, I really recommend this one. It's so much fun, and the whole superhero stick of it is really cool because they've all got different characters. You can like build up your team of characters, and it's really fun. Like, again, really recommend you get this if you really like South Park. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my entire physical Switch release collection. If you want to see more of these types of videos, then please let me know. I'll hopefully do videos on the Wii, Wii U, and PlayStation 3 and DS and that. and maybe I'll also do a video on my digital collection. Weird jump cut there, sorry, but I just found out that my recording can only do 30 minutes, so good thing I know that now, so in the future I can plan for that. So yeah, as I was saying, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and I might do more of these in the future. Okay, bye!